Well, after visiting the Seven Sleepers, which you can watch it in the previous video, the House of the Virgin Mary was my next destination. This is the statue you will see on the way to go to Virgin Mary's home. The site is considered to be the place where the Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus, spent her last years. A long time ago, after Jesus went to heaven, it is said that the Virgin Mary lived in this house. The house is situated on Mount Koressos, also known as Bülbüldağı in Turkish, which is about 5 kilometers away from the ancient city of Ephesus and 7 kilometers away from the modern-day town of Selçuk in Izmir, surrounded by beautiful trees and flowers. People from different parts of the world visit this place because they believe it is holy. Legend says that the Virgin Mary came to this house with Saint John, one of Jesus' disciples. They lived there together, and Mary spent her time praying and thinking about her son Jesus. There is a sign in the entrance to announce, as this is a sacred and holy place, while visiting we have to observe silence and be appropriately dressed, which means there is a dress code, but there is no picture to show what dress code is acceptable. My friend was nervous all the time, telling me that they won't accept my clothes because I was wearing a short skirt while I had the pantyhose on, and also I was wearing a long coat on it. I thought my clothes were appropriate, but as he was scared, I said, okay, I'll enter the place as much as they let me. And fortunately, till the end of the visit, no one stopped me due to my clothes, and there were some other visitors wearing the same as me. Here you can see the statues of Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. People dropped coins inside, which means they believe their wishes may come true. There are a cafe and a shop here that you can buy souvenirs, especially religious souvenirs, but the prices were all in euros. There are some beautiful statues on the way as you approach the house. In this picture, you can see a white shallow hole on the ground that represents the water cistern in that time. We walked to reach the house. By the way, we are not allowed to take photos or videos from inside the house, but when I searched on the internet, I found this picture from the inside, but maybe in the past people were allowed to take photos. The moment I entered inside the house, there were two people, a man like a security guard and a woman wearing like a nun. The house has the L shape with two doors, one for the entrance, the other for the exit. One part of the L was a bit higher, as if it wanted to show us it has been used as a separate room but with no door to separate it. Some religious pictures and some necklaces with the pictures of cross or Jesus on the cross are hung on the walls. I have no idea what they mean by those necklaces. Um, those two people didn't talk to us at all. I don't know if the people in charge put the necklaces there or Christian visitors donated their own necklaces as a gift to show their respect. Nothing's clear. But I know that they use it as a church, and the time of their program was written outside the house for people who want to go to the church for praying. And near the exit door, there is a drawing on the wall which they tried to preserve it by covering it with a picture frame. Maybe they want to say the drawing belonged to the past time, but personally, I can't think so. As to me, it is drawn by some colorful chalk, which can happen at any time by anyone. If I am not mistaken, the drawing is the picture of a woman, most probably Mary. Right after you exit the house, there is a little picture with some text about this story, but from the viewpoint of Quran. When you are inside the house, you can get some candles and you can donate money as much as you want. People get the candles, make a wish, and light the candles and place it in the sand. They believe wishes come true there. My friend and I gave it a try too. I'll let you know under this post or in the comment if my wish comes true one day. Then we walked downstairs. There are some places with the water taps. Actually, I thought they were normal water taps just to wash the hands, and the sunshine didn't let me see the surrounding pretty well. So in that time, I was not curious and just followed my friend. But then, when I heard the story of those water taps, I regretted a lot that why I didn't know it in advance to stop there to give it a try. The legend says take a sip from any metal tap and make a wish. Local urban legends say each tap resembles an aspect of life. One reflects wealth, another signifies health, and the last one is fertility. They are not labeled, but whichever one you drink from will happen to you. I wonder if we drink from all of them will all come to us or not. There's a small gift shop near the stairs. You can purchase empty bottles from this gift shop. Visitors drink that water and also fill their bottles to take home. You'll notice small pieces of paper and napkins hanging on the wall. This starts right by the holy water and extends along the entire wall. Surprisingly, people come here to make wishes. They write their wishes on these napkins or pieces of paper, which are then attached to thousands of other wishes. This creates a unique wishing tradition. We ended our visit here and we went to Ephesus to see the ruins. I'll add the name of these places I showed you on the map in caption too. Here I bought a museum card because the entrance fee was so expensive, but there were different types of museum cards with different prices, which they didn't tell me the differences until in one place, which I noticed that if I buy the most expensive one during the year, I can visit some places more than once, but as I had the cheapest one, I could visit some places only once a year. As a tourist, it was okay. Moreover, they charge you more if you want to know the history of the place. They'll give you a phone with the audio files of each place that you can listen to. I think this part was not necessary. Instead, they could share the files with us to have them on our phones forever, and sometimes they are too busy that they forget to tell the tourists about this service that they have. For example, they didn't tell me anything. Then, while walking, I saw some signs with the headphones, pictogram, and a number, but there was no QR code there. I was wondering how it is possible to know the history, which at the end of my visit, when I was exiting, I saw a couple sitting near one of the numbers and listening to something in English. I asked them, and there I noticed such a thing exists. Some places were really crowded. It was hard to wait till everyone takes their own photos and videos and then you take it. But some parts were not crowded because we arrived late and other people already visited those places before us. Some people brought special dresses and changed their clothes there to do some photography for their TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or fashion business. I loved the place. There were some texts written on some stones. I was really curious to know what was written on each of them, but there was no sign of translation there. Visiting this place took some hours. As my friend was in a hurry, he didn't let me to take a photo or video from whatsoever I could see there. But I didn't really want to leave the place, so I just could take photos and videos from some of them. I felt I was living in history for a moment. Now, the story I heard about this place. A long time ago, in a place called Ephesus, there was a city full of life and stories. Ephesus was in a beautiful land and it became a famous city in the past. In Ephesus, people built grand buildings and roads made of stones. The city had a big amphitheater where many people gathered to watch performances and events. The library of Ephesus was one of the most famous in the world, and it had many books. Ephesus was also known for its temple of Artemis, which was one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. People from different places visited Ephesus to see its beauty and learn from its wisdom. As time went by, the city faced changes, and eventually it became a place of ancient ruins. Now, when you visit Ephesus, you can see the remnants of the grand buildings, the amphitheater, and the library. It's like stepping back in time and imagining how life was in this remarkable city. People from all around the world come to explore these ruins, learn about the history of Ephesus, and appreciate the stories that the ancient stones tell. It's a magical place where the past comes alive and visitors can connect with the rich history of Ephesus.